Egyptian
Do
planes.
you believe that Tyler Robinson murdered your husband?
Yes, I do.
Why do you think it is so hard for so many people to believe that reality?
I've seen the autopsy report.
Said that quote was actually Erika. Erika claims Andrew went rogue and also the surgeon went rogue and violated HIPAA. My source says that no, the surgeon did not violate HIPAA and he never said that.
Of Erika Kirk with a ponytail and from her past. That person matches who I saw at Fort Huachuca in the lobby the night before.
The conservative world was shattered on September 10, 2025, when Charlie Kirk was assassinated by a rooftop sniper in Orem, Utah. But while the FBI points to a lone gunman, Tyler Robinson, a much darker narrative is beginning to emerge from within the inner circle. Candace Owens has just dropped a bombshell that has sent Erika Kirk into a total live stream meltdown. Candace isn't just questioning the security gaps. She's alleging a massive cover-up involving foreign surveillance, secret military flights, and a plot that suggests the real shooter is still at large, and that Erika herself might be protecting them. Why did Egyptian military planes track Erika nearly 70 times leading up to that fatal day? Why is the widow of the MAGA movement's youth leader suddenly at war with his closest former ally? Today, we analyze the moment Erika Kirk crashed out on live after Candace leaked the most terrifying information yet. The assassination of Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University was supposed to be an open and shut case. A 22-year-old named Tyler Robinson surrendered, the Mauser Model 98 was recovered, and the authorities declared the threat over. But for Candace Owens, the lone wolf narrative never added up. In the months following the tragedy, Owens has transitioned from a grieving friend to a relentless investigator, and her latest targets are the very people running Turning Point USA. Candace has focused on the glaring security failures, the rooftop exposure, the lack of drone surveillance, and the inexplicable absence of a coordinated security plan for an event of that magnitude. But it's her recent focus on Erika Kirk that has turned this into a national scandal. Candace leaked information suggesting that Erika Kirk has been actively trying to suppress any investigation that looks beyond Tyler Robinson. Why? Candace's Egypt flight theory has provided a chilling possible answer. She revealed that Egyptian military planes were not only present at Provo Airport on the day of the shooting, but had been tracking Erika Kirk's movements for years. This suggests a level of international surveillance and involvement that the FBI's lone gunman story simply doesn't account for. When Candace brought these leaks to light, the response from Erika wasn't a calm rebuttal, it was a high-octane crash-out. Erika, who has been trying to maintain the legacy of TPUSA, appeared on live stream visibly shaken, accusing Candace of peddling dangerous conspiracies that threaten the legal case against Robinson. But observers note a strange pattern. Every time a new piece of evidence regarding the real killer or the security team's negligence surfaces, Erika moves to shut it down. Candace's latest episode featured a retired U.S. Army staff member who placed Erika at Fort Huachuca, a sensitive military base, just 48 hours before the assassination. When confronted with this, TPUSA spokespeople tried to provide an alibi using metadata from a phone photo, but the dates were wrong. This metadata fail has only convinced the public that Erika is being coached by handlers to hide the truth. The friction between these two women represents the civil war within the American right. On one side, you have the official narrative group led by Erika, who wants to honor Charlie's memory by sticking to the police report. On the other, you have the truth seekers led by Candace, who believe the lone gunman is a patsy and the real killer is protected by a deep state or foreign apparatus. Candace's claim that Erika is protecting the killer doesn't necessarily mean she pulled the trigger, but that she is under such immense pressure or compromise that she cannot allow the real story to come out. The crash out was the moment the mask slipped. Erika realized that the more Candace leaks, the harder it is to keep the lone wolf script alive. The turning point in this drama occurred during a 4.5-hour private meeting between Erika and Candace. While both initially called the meeting productive, the truce didn't last 48 hours. Candace came out swinging, claiming that her suspicions about Turning Point USA staff had actually been intensified by the meeting. Specifically, she pointed to Andrew Colvert, the TPUSA spokesman, alleging that he and Erika worked together to fabricate an alibi for her whereabouts on September 8th. the day she was allegedly spotted at Fort Huachuca, when a whistleblower named Mitch Snow came forward saying he was 99% sure he saw Erika at the base lobby with an unidentified man. The Kirk camp panicked. They released a photo of Erika with her children to prove she was home, but the digital trail was sloppy. Candace pointed out on X that the metadata provided was for September 9th, not the 8th. This intentional disinformation, as Candace calls it, is the smoking gun for many. Why lie about where you were 2 days before your husband's death unless that location holds the key to the assassination? This brings us to the most controversial part of the crash out. Candace is now suggesting that the surgeon who tried to save Charlie never actually spoke to the media. The story that the surgeon called Charlie Superman because the bullet stayed in his neck. Candace claims that story came directly from Erika herself to create a heroic, miraculous narrative that would stop people from asking for the autopsy report. To this day, the full autopsy of Charlie Kirk remains unreleased to the public, and Erika is allegedly the one fighting to keep it that way. When Erika finally snapped on live, she didn't just deny the claims. She questioned Candace's humanity, suggesting she was not human for attacking a grieving widow. But the public isn't looking for tears, they are looking for transparency. If Erika is innocent, why is there a replica tent of Charlie's death site at AM Fest for selfies? Why is the organization more focused on monetization than on the glaring security gaps that allowed a sniper to take a clear shot at his neck? Candace's leaks have painted a picture of a widow who is more concerned with the survival of the TPUSA brand than with the actual justice for her husband. This is the core of the protecting the killer allegation. By refusing to acknowledge the holes in the lone wolf theory, Erika is effectively shielding the larger conspiracy from exposure. As the investigation into Tyler Robinson's trial begins, the rhetoric has shifted from legal to spiritual. Candace Owens has gone as far as to call the people surrounding the Kirk estate sentinels, robots or operatives who mimic human emotion but lack a soul for the truth. This is a direct response to the cold and calculated way Erika has handled the aftermath. The fact that the real father DNA scandals are now being mixed with the assassination cover-up suggests a total collapse of Erika's public trust. The crash out on live was a reaction to Candace exposing the metadata lies. Erika knows that in the digital age, once you are caught lying about a date, the rest of your story falls apart like a house of cards. The Egyptian connection is the most terrifying lead yet. If foreign military planes were indeed tracking Erika, it implies that Charlie Kirk was a target in a much larger geopolitical game. Candace's leak about the planes being powered on, just minutes after the shooting, suggests a coordination that a 22-year-old from Utah couldn't possibly achieve on his own. Erika's defense has been to label Candace as unstable and anti-Semitic due to the conspiracy theories involving Mossad or the CIA. But Candace has framed the backlash as proof that she's hitting a nerve. She noted that honest people don't behave this way. Honest widows don't ban the husband's parents from seeing the kids after a DNA test question, as rumored, and they don't issue fake metadata to cover their tracks on a military base. The real killer, according to the Candace Owens camp, isn't Tyler Robinson. He was just the person who pulled the trigger. The real killer is the entity that disabled the security that tracked Erika's phone, and that ensures the autopsy never sees the light of day. By protecting the official narrative, Erika is being accused of protecting the machine that killed her husband. Whether she is doing this out of fear for her own life or because she is part of the operation herself is the question that is currently tearing the MAGA movement apart. The crash out wasn't just about a dress or a podcast episode. It was the sound of a narrative finally breaking under the weight of the truth. The rabbit hole goes deeper than we ever imagined. From the rooftop in Orem to the secret hangars in Provo, the story of Charlie Kirk's death is being rewritten in real time by the people who knew him best. Is Erika Kirk a victim of a deep state operation, or is she the Miss Jezebel that Candace Owens describes? A woman protecting the very people who took her husband's life to preserve her own power. The metadata doesn't lie, and neither do the flight paths. What do you think about the Egyptian connection? Was Tyler Robinson just a patsy in a much larger plot? Drop your theories in the comments below. We need to hear your take on this. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel as we continue to track every leak, every crash out, and every hidden clue in the Kirk assassination case. The truth is coming, and it's going to be louder than ever.